Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. Snooze 'em or lose 'em. I cannot say this enough when it comes to social media. There's a lot of new tips, a lot of new features and things when it comes to Instagram. You guys know that I am on Facebook, I am on Twitter, but Instagram is my most active social media. And I'm going to tell you right now, that snooze button is life. Okay? If you don't want to unfriend somebody, if you just don't want to see what they have to say because they're just popping off at the jaw and you don't have time, but you still love them and want to keep them in the pocket, I get you. I get you. Snooze them. Hit the snooze button. There's a snooze feature in Instagram. There's a snooze feature in Facebook. You can snooze them for 30 days. Right? You can snooze. Don't make yourself crazy. Sometimes people are just in their feelings for a certain amount of time and they're just going through something, and you may not want to unfriend them. You may not want to unfollow them. Snooze them, people. Use the snooze button. You use the snooze button every morning when you're getting up to go to work. Why can't you use the snooze button on Facebook? You can mute them on Twitter. Yes, there is a mute function. You can mute them. This is the thing. You don't have to be inundated with the things that you don't necessarily want to see, right? So you can just mute them. Is it election time and they're talking all about how Trump is amazing? Mute them. Quite frankly, an unfollow would probably come behind that. But that's the story for another day. Mute them. When you're on Instagram, you can mute the stories. You can mute the things that come on the timeline, right? You don't have to be notified when everybody is doing. You don't have to be notified every time somebody's doing something. You don't. I like to be notified of like business people who are like mentors in my head. They may not know that they're mentors, but that's the sort of stuff I want to be notified on. I don't care if you're, listen, I almost said something I shouldn't say. I pulled back. I pulled back. I'm so proud of myself for that. Yeah. You can control what's on your timeline. And here's another thing too that I had to explain to someone the other day. Who you follow also determines what is shown to you on the timeline. If you keep liking pictures of sus things, and y'all know what I mean, if you keep going to pages and you're like, well, why is my timeline full of this or full of that? Stuff that I just don't care for. You do care for it because you keep going to those pages. So the algorithm works on how you click. So if you keep clicking on specific things, you are going to start to see a lot of that in your timeline. So be conscious of where you click and what you click like on, what you watch. Remember I said this in another episode, your diet is not just what you eat. It's what you consume with your eyes. It's what you consume with your soul. You know, it's not just food. So be in the know, be present. Be present so that you can manage your mental health. So if you're following a whole bunch of size 2 models and you're a size 16, what are you getting from this? There's no inspiration because you're trying to get down to a size 2. That doesn't make sense. Follow people who dress for your body type. There are so many great plus size models out there, so many body positive people out there, and they will show you how to do. Why are you squeezing into something that was made for a size 2? Stop doing that. Fellas, you in there too. You're in there too. There's nothing wrong with trying to get inspiration, but make it realistic. Especially if you have done nothing to take the steps to look like that person. But you have to make sure, am I supposed to look like that person, or am I supposed to look like me? Am I supposed to be my best healthy self? That's the questions that you ask yourself. So anyway, snooze 'em or lose 'em. The snooze function, the mute function, whatever it is on social media. If you're having a hard time getting inundated with one person or a group or whatever it is, snooze them for a while. Take a break. It's okay. They're not going to know if you snooze them. They're not going to know if you mute them or whatever the case may be. Take a break. It's amazing for your mental health. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Connect with me over on Instagram because that is where I'm most active, at Onyx Queen Media. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.